Hi, welcome to Forage Drops. This is Gillian Silva, I'm the Forage specialist for Clemson Universe, and today I'll be talking about some tips to maintain clean drinking water for livestock, especially during the summer season when we have warmer weather. We might see some wild algae populations to start to grow inside the water troughs and water tanks and even ponds. So this is really important to be on top to really make sure that you're going to have uh, clean water available for livestock because that will affect not only the animal performance but also the animal health. So let's get started. So when we are planning either a new livestock operation or just renovating old areas, old operations, old facilities, we do need to plan accordingly in, where the water troughs, the water tanks should be located, because that's going to affect how long the animals will have to walk to get to those troughs, and even the position in regards of the pasture where it is located. It's going to be something important because, for example, in the southeast, when it's really hot in summer, especially July and August, we are going to see the animals only grazing more in the morning, really early mornings through 9, 10 a.m. most time. And then they go to a shaded area, they stay there for most of the day, then they come back to graze later in the day. So having a water location thought out beforehand, it's important because then we're going to be really thinking about where the animals are going to stay for most of the time, and really giving them proper access to that water trough is really important. To also avoid areas around the feeding areas, just because we will be trying to avoid the position of feed inside that water, which is going to be putting more nutrients in the water. And if we do not have a proper cleanup process, or if that those nutrients just stay there, those are really good sources for algae to start to multiply and really thrive inside that water trough, water tank that you have. And sometimes though, in general, it's really important for us to think about where the water tank will be standing on. So the recommendation is to really elevate elevate the water source with a concrete pad, because it's going to be because protecting the water tank to some extent from environmental things that could cause some damage to the structure, but also will be through elevating the tank, the trough will help with avoiding the position of the crater, which is also a source of nutrients to promote that algae growth. And that's going to be helpful as well in areas where you have some issues with water standing on that area, where you have limited drainage. For those areas, it's also recommended to consider using gravel, just because this is going to help with the health of the animals, the hoof health, just because it can help with avoiding damage to the hoofs, as the animals will stand for some time there when they're drinking water, and that's important as well. And another point that's really important to think about is how to limit access by wildlife. So on the picture here, I don't know how many of you are familiar with this type of closed ball water. This is one that has been growing and used and can be a really good ally um, in helping on maintaining that water quality and avoiding that animals, wildlife can get access to that water. And this is important because when wildlife have direct access to the water sources, they can deposit feces and urine, and some small animals as birds and rodents, they can also get trapped inside there. And if that occurs, their carcasses can introduce some pathogens, which can compromise the livestock health later. So it's really important to think about those things and really be making sure that you're giving the best chances for that water that's provided for the livestock to be high quality as possible. And when you're not using water, something helpful to do is just to empty out. If you don't have livestock on a pasture and the animals are not going to be staying there for a long period of time, something you can consider is really empty out the water trough. So the wildlife is not using it, and this can help with breaking the cycle of algae growth as well. And then lastly, we should be thinking about cleaning the water sources regularly. And this helps as well with avoiding the buildup of algae. It's recommended to clean using chemical products at least once a year. However, this is a very important process that has to be done correctly, because you cannot leave any leftovers of any chemical products in the water that's going to be offered for livestock. So for that, I recommend you to really reach out to your local extension agent to make sure that you're choosing the proper type of chemical disinfectant and doing the steps correctly, because this is going to be important to not have any issues on livestock ingestion that water that had some leftover of any type of chemical product. And just in general, when we are checking the quality of water, so it definitely should not be covered in have this algae mat that you're seeing on this picture here, but also should not have any different color or have any strong odor. So those are things to look for and really help you out with defining if you need to proceed with cleaning the waters and how often as well. So with that, I conclude what I had for today. This is Forage Drops. I hope you're familiar with it. If you're not, please check out the Facebook page and the YouTube channel that I have, just because I'm always posting timely information on them. And this is something that it helps with different topics, different livestock and forages topics. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to this email on the screen or to your local extension agent. We are always glad to help as much as we can, and I hope you can catch up with the next Forage Drops video. Thank you so much.